All right, we do want to take you live to a press conference that's happening in Longwood. Standing by for some of the damage that we're hearing about in Seminole County after a tornado came through. And here is that press conference. Looks like Alan Harris with Seminole County Emergency Management.
About 3.5 hours as a potential tornado came through the Seminole County area, the Markham Woods area, Longwood, and Lake Mary. The National Weather Service has arrived on scene. They are doing an assessment right now to see what we exactly experienced. The way they do that is they look at the damage in the trees, see if there's anything twisted, the home damage, and then identify based on damage what the strength of the event is. So whether it was straight line winds or it was a tornado. I've been through a couple of the neighborhoods back there, and it certainly looks like something that we've experienced here before, a lower level type of tornado, but the National Weather Service, of course, will put that out, the exact level that it made it to if it was a tornado. We did get a warning, of course, early. A lot of people did heed that warning, thankfully, and our vice chairman, lives in this community. She actually went in the closet with her pets, which is exactly what we want people to do, and they're fine, and everyone else is fine as well. One of the homes did collapse right across I-4 as it made that track towards the Orlando Sanford International Airport. That house that collapsed, the individuals, thankfully, according to our fire department, they were extricated from the home. So I'll let Chief Zellers talk about that. About 3,500 customers without power right now. Power crews are out repairing that. We're still doing damage assessment. We have damage assessment crews in the field right now. We do have emergency tarps that are available, so individuals that need tarps for their roofs, those are going to become available. They are available immediately for those individuals that need that. A lot of trees down in roadways, power lines down. Please consider those power lines like they are live. Don't drive over power lines. We are asking people in these neighborhoods, if they could, stay at home for a while. Don't go out and drive around. It's not safe to do so right now. Most of the intersection power, the traffic signals are back live. But if there are traffic signals that go down for some reason, treat that as a four-way stop. So come up, stop. Make sure, just like if you had 4 stop signs, just like we do in hurricanes. A lot of damage out there, so we're asking people to be safe. Us, Vice Chairman, her to come up and just talk about what she experienced, and then our chief.
Well, thank you. This is really about the 2 people to my right and left that are here in every disaster in this county. I would say from all of the elected officials locally, our hearts and prayers go out to the people that are impacted. We've already had neighbors reaching out and offering places for folks to live, anything that they need. This is a wonderful, wonderful community when it comes to emergencies. I would tell you that I am fully appreciative of the fact that as I came down Markham Woods Road after coming out of my closet, Duke Energy is all up and down the road, as are some of the other utilities. Our first responders in these times are just priceless, absolutely priceless. I will turn it over to the chief now to talk to you about what they've seen live. He will be taking me for a tour of the impacted area afterwards. And just know that all of the folks here at Seminole County government are here to support anyone in our community that needs our help. Thank you, Alan.
Todd Zellers, Seminole County Fire Department Assistant Chief. We did arrive on scene early and found one structure completely collapsed with 2 victims from the inside that had safely extricated themselves. So there were no injuries in that collapse. Like Alan was saying, there's plenty of debris in the roadways, plenty of damaged roofs, lots of downed trees and power lines. The area is not very safe right now, so please steer clear of the area if you could. We initially set up a joint command and an area command with the Seminole County Sheriffs, as well as Department of Emergency Management. We did wide area searches to ensure that there were no other victims or damaged houses. I'd like to turn it over to Sheriff Lee.
Well, again, I want to thank members of the media who meteorologists back at the stations, people on the radio were keeping our citizens informed as this fast-moving storm headed across Seminole County and paved out a path where people could find safe havens and safety. And it's nothing short of a miracle for these two individuals in this particular home that is 80 to 90% destroyed, that they were able to make it out there safely. So again, thank you to our media partners to keep everyone informed about what was happening. When situations like this happen, we have great confidence in Alan Harris and his team with emergency management, our partnership with the fire department and our Board of County Commissioners. The message is always the same after this thing. We want to discourage people from sightseeing. We're going to have a marked patrol deputy at the entryway to these subdivisions that are most directly affected. That will be for at least the next several days. So there'll be a deputy at the intersection of any damage-prone area that has been affected throughout Seminole County. There's about 500 residents or so that are still without power. We will evaluate that with our partners with Duke Energy, Florida Power and Light, and if power is still out at the time it becomes dark here in Seminole County, we're going to have additional marked patrol deputies and anti-crime units patrolling those areas. Again, when power's out, that brings with us some challenges. We'll make sure that we have adequate resources at the sheriff's office to make sure that any citizen is prepared for that. We don't know of any intersections that are without power. Again, as a reminder, should you ever come up to an intersection without power, you treat that as a four-way stop. Power lines, you've heard all of us say power lines are incredibly dangerous. Most situations that occur after the storm that result in harm, injury, and sometimes fatality. So if you see a power line down, don't try to experiment what that line is. Call somebody. We'll have deputies in and around the area. Call 911. Call our non-emergency line. Whatever we can do to be a good partner. Again, these storms move fast. It's something that we've experienced, although not in recent years, but we've had some experience here in Seminole County. We want to help our citizens and neighbors rebuild. And our office stands at the ready for whatever we can do to be a good partner for that. So again, thank you so much.
Will there be additional pressures from the work today? So when can we expect?
As we need, we'll set up additional press conferences.
What is your message to the people that are affected? Obviously, they're now rebuilding.
Yeah, so we have folks from our damage assessment crews out right now. The American Red Cross is also on scene providing assessments at this point to identify what the needs are. As I mentioned, we're going to be opening up the tarp location, so people will have blue tarps. I also saw some individuals that already had some of their roofers out, so they were already working with a roofer company, and of course if they do that, they may not even need a tarp, but we're going to have tarps out there for those that need it. Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, Chief Zeller had said before that the one house that collapsed, the only part of the house that didn't collapse just happened to be where they were. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's the importance of quick alerts, having a weather radio, some type of device where you can get a tornado warning, going into that safe location, just like Commissioner Hurd did or Vice Chair Hurd did. That's what you want to do. We've experienced this a couple times. We had a tornado in Castleberry, 2007, 2008. The family moved into that one room. I don't know if you remember that, but the rest of the home destroyed. And they would have died had they not moved into that room. So thankfully, this couple also moved into the room of safety. That's what we want people to do. Even in our own buildings, because we were in the cone of danger in our own buildings, we had people moving to lower floors and interior corridors. Okay, thank you very much.
We'll provide additional information.